Okay, in the last video, we finished section 5.3. In that video, we started two different measurements of fund performance. Right? One is time-weighted return. The other is dollar-weighted return. The main issue we have in that section is they may be extra money in, they may be extra money out, right? That makes the performance a little bit complicated. In this section, we continue the same study, okay? And what we want to study in this section is how we are going to allocate return to the new deposits, right? Although the title says allocating investment income. But the two things we are trying to do is how different deposits are credited, right? So let's say I contribute $1,000 today. Of course, as long as I put money in, I should enjoy some, interest rate, right? Let's say you deposit $2,000 1 month from now, okay? By the time your deposit is received, my money is already in this fund for 1 month. So the question is, should you receive the same rate I'm receiving, or you should be given a new rate, right? So that's something we're trying to study in this section. It's a very small section, so I think 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more than 10 minutes is enough for us to finish. Again, we will base our learning through a particular example. Here we have a quick overview. The overview is to introduce two methods to determine how new deposits or how deposits are credited. Okay, one method is portfolio method. The other one is the investment year method. So let's take a look at the definition of them. The portfolio method credits all of the funds in the account with an average portfolio interest rate. So in other words, under this method, new deposits earn the same rate. The key word is there is no discrimination. It doesn't matter how long your money has been in this fund. It gets the same rate as the new money. So new money will enjoy the same interest rate as the existing money. So that is the portfolio method. Okay. On the other hand, we also have the investment year method. By the way, it is also called the new money method. Under this method, the new money will get a different rate for a period of time. So it will be credited under a new rate for a period of time. After that, it's getting the same rate as the much older deposits, right? So by the definitions, we easily see the difference between these two methods, right? Portfolio method, there is no discrimination. So any money in will get the same rate, okay? Investment year method or new money method is different in the first couple of years. So in the, a certain period of time. For this period of time, the new money will receive a different money rate, okay? After that, it goes back to, well, the portfolio method, right? After the initial period of time, they are mixed. They are the same, right? You no longer distinguish between the previously new money and the much older money, right? So basically, we discriminate for only a period of time, a given period of time. So let's focus on an example to get a better idea of these two methods. Let's consider example with the investment year method, which is applied for the first 3 years. Means, let's say I make a deposit today. In the first year, I will get a different rate. In the second year, I will get another rate. In the third year, I will get again another rate. After that, I will be getting the same rate as the funds, at this moment that are already in the investment fund. Okay. So here I use IT to denote the investment rate for the new money in the T's year. So here I assume, in this particular example, T is 1, 2, 3, because this method only applies for the first 3 years, right? It can be the first 5, it can be first 10, depends on the setup, right? So here it's for the first 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 3 different rates, okay? Here I have the table. So let's explain everything in this table, and then you will understand more of the investment year method. So let's say on January 1st, 1995, you invested some money. Okay, so this is when you make your deposit. So for the first year, the interest rate is 3.7%. So that is given by I1 because that's the first year interest rate for the new money. This is new money, right? New and old are relative concepts, right? So here new means I already have this investment fund set up many years ago. So now on January 1st, 1995, there is a new deposit. So here I have a new deposit. For this particular new deposit, it will enjoy 3.7% interest rate for the first year. So basically for 1995. For the second year, it will get, so basically here, the rate would be 3.6%. And for 1997, the interest rate reduced to 3.5%. Okay, and then you may wonder what's after. Right, investment year method. The first 3 years, the deposits gets the new money rate. After that would be simply the average, right? After that, it would be 6% for 1998. And for 1999, it would be 5.5%. Right, you know what's going on next, right? In 2000, the interest rate would be 5%. In 2001, it would be 4.5%. For 2002, it would be 4%, right? So you see. So basically what you do is you go along row, right? After that, you go along column. So that's what you do, right? Because for the first year, for the first 3 years, you should use the new money rate. After the first 3 years, you should use the average rate. So, well, you may look at things differently. So let's choose a different color to do another example. Okay. So let's say your money is in, let's say at the beginning of 1998. Here you have some new deposit. For the first year, you will be receiving 1.7%. In the second year, you will be receiving 1.6%. In the third year, you will be receiving 1.5%. Right? After that, it's 2002. It's 2001, so it's 4.5%. And then it would be 2003, 2002 now, year of 2002, it's 4%. Right? So here, this is 1998, this is 1999, this is 2000, this is 2001, this is 2002. Okay, be careful of the time, right? So this is the starting of 2002. Of course, this is the entire year of 2002. It receives the, so you do the first 3 years. Those are the new money, right? After that, you look at your column to see which year you are in after you finish the first 3 years, right? So after I finish 1998, 1999, 2000, I will use this rate, right? Of course, I don't always start with this, right? Because I'm the new deposit comes in on the first day of 1998. Right? So after 3 years, it's the first day of 2001. So I will use the 2001 rate, 2002 rate, and it goes on. Right? Of course, this table will continue. Right? So that's how you read this table. So now let's look at how we actually calculate interest rate. Okay, of course, if you apply the portfolio method, well, I can't study this because I don't know the interest rate for 1995 for the average. But for this, if you apply the portfolio method, you don't start with 1.7, right? You start with 6%, right? So this is investment yen. Right. So on the other hand, if I directly apply the portfolio method, I get 6% right away for 1998. For 1999, I will get 5.5%, right? And then for 2000, I will see 5%. Of course, after that, they are the same, right? So the difference is for the first 3 years. Okay. In example 2, a deposit of $100 is made at the beginning of 1997. How much interest was credited during the year of 1998 and 2000? So we need to figure out the interest rate. At the beginning of 1996, which means it's here. At the beginning of, oh, it's here. This is 1997, not 1996. So we know we have $100 invested, right? So first, it will get the new money rate, which is 2.7%. Okay, this is how much I will be getting. So let me draw the graph so that you understand better. So here is January 1st, 1997. So for the first year, the interest rate is 2.7%. Okay, so here I make a deposit of $100. So by the end of the year, my money will be $102.70, right? That's because I apply the interest rate of 2.7%. Now I want to know the interest rate in this year. Right? What is the interest rate? Rate is 2.6%. Right? I want to know the actual amount. Obviously, the amount will be my initial value at the beginning of the year times by the interest rate. Then would be this will give me the interest I will earn in the year of 1998. The value would be 2.67. Okay. Of course, I know by the end of the second year. Well, let's write this. Right. So this is how much I will be getting by the end of 1998. What's next? I also want to know what would be the interest I shall earn in the year of 2000. So this is right. So I want to know the interest I will earn in the year of 2000. This means I want to know this rate, right? So I need to get 100 times by the first year, and then the second year, and also I need to times by the third year. The interest rate is 2.5. So here's 2.5. Okay, so this entire thing will give me the value at the value on the first day of 2000, right? And then in order to figure out the interest, I need to times by the interest for 2000, that is actually 5%, right? So let's do 5%. That will give me the interest. So $5.40. What is the total accumulated fund value at the end of 2002? Well, let's continue, right? So the same. Okay, now times by 1.05. That's by the end of 2000. I need to know the interest rate for 2001, 4.5%, and then for 2002, 4%. This will give me the accumulated value by the end of 2002, which is $123.25. Okay, that's everything. We do have example 5.13, which pretty much repeats, what I just did, right? They have different, slightly different information. For instance, the first question asks you the interest in the year of 97, 98, and 99 to a deposit of $100 made at the beginning of 95. So, well, since we want to know 97, so the first year you just accumulate. Okay, the second year you also accumulate, and that gives you the value at the end of 1996. Right, then to calculate the interest in 1997, it will be the accumulated value times by the interest rate, 3.5. So that's the computation is the same. So let me conclude here, and please finish example 5.13 on your own. It's 99% similar to what I just did in example 2, so I don't want to repeat.